Key, thank you so much for joining us on the Claima Stories podcast. We appreciate you being here.
My pleasure. You already know.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You know, you pulled up in that big body, in that big Chevy.
Yeah, I love big Chevys.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
How long you had that ride?
When it came out in 2020?
Yeah, you ain't got you something new.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been working.
I had to work like 5 years before I could get something.
So it means a lot.
Yeah. I always wanted it before I even had Lois. I want a Silverado. But I didn't know how much they cost, though.
But the price has been going up.
Yeah, I was like, dang, but yeah.
You got you right.
I mean, that's like one of the first dreams that came true because I wanted that before I had loaded.
Yeah. How did you, for you, when you have stuff like that you want, you create like a vision board or you put anything on your phone or it just kind of like sits here mentally for you?
I don't really create a vision board. A vision, that's kind of, to me, that's kind of like some corny shit.
Yeah,
like, I don't do, but I think it's just not for me. I just put it in my head.
You're like,
but for somebody that does vision boards, keep doing them. You know, that's you. They just not me.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's fitting when you pulled up. I was like, that's a key.
The car looked like me.
It looks like you.
Yeah.
And you've been. I know we talked about it a little bit, but you're born and raised here in Portland, yes. Oregon. Yeah. What was that like coming up for you here? Because everybody has. I think people have an image of Portland, and they have like this the marketed version of Oregon and Portland. What's your version of it?
I think like when I was coming up in Portland, it's definitely, of course, it's a different world. But in my world at that time, it was when I feel like there was a lot of people from California coming from here. I was in the gang life, so we had some gangs from California come to our gang. And like it just became like a little mini Cali, almost kind of like. It was like we was just trying to get money. Nothing looked the same. Like Alberta was just like older buildings. Right now it's all modernized. Back then it was just like taverns, like kind of ran down.
Kind of like these little divey
spots.
Yeah.
There was gang members on the corner. It was the crack thing. Crack was out. Like, so most people, a lot of our parents was like doing drugs. So we just had like, either you see a lot of like young people just out like raising themselves.
Because their folks was caught up in.
Yeah, that was what happening in my world.
Really? Both of your parents?
Both, yeah. But like only my dad like smoked crack. My mom did different things like opiates and shit like that. Jeez. So there's like, you know, you want to stay away from both of those. Yeah. So yeah.
How old were you when this was happening?
I think my mom got addicted to opiates. I feel like my first memory of her being on pills is when she got into her boyfriend, and like I don't know if he pushed her out the car or whatever. I just remember her whole back being like skinned, and I probably was like 9.
Wow.
Yeah, I think things start changing in my life around 8 and 9. My dad, I think he just always kind of been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of.
They probably had like 2 or 3 good years of parenting, maybe 4.
Yeah. And then it kind of just the drugs started to come in.
Then it was just too much.
So at 8 or 9, what starts to happen to you? Like, because you're not really getting support at home.
No.
So you're like trying to go find support, I gotta imagine.
Yeah, the first thing that just popped my mind when he's happening at 8 or 9, I feel like I started going to the store by myself. I feel like I was just like walking down Killingsworth. And back then it's just a different Killingsworth. So yeah, I was mostly like getting dropped off like to my aunts and to my cousins, and you know, you start going to the store by yourself. Then next thing you know, you catching the bus by yourself, and then you just
grown.
You're
like, I'm doing everything by myself.
Grown up. Yeah.
Huh. Do you feel like you missed out on like a bit of childhood?
I do. I really do. I really feel like I missed out on childhood fun. Support, stability. I do, and I find myself today kind of having that, like I went to Legoland with my kids. I'm like, holy shit, I'm in
You
Legoland.
like, I'm in Legoland.
I can't believe it. I was like, oh yeah, this is for y'all. But I could have never imagined going to Legoland as a child. Never, ain't nowhere in the world.
Nowhere in the world.
Nah.
My
So,
like, what?
so I definitely.
How's that feel now to be able to take your kids to Legoland?
It feels great. It feels great. But I don't know if they appreciate it as I would have at their age. I just think that they think that they're going on another trip. But I don't know if that's okay or not okay. But I know if I was there, I would be like so nice to my mom. Like, thanks for booking this trip for me. I can't believe it's like a dream come true. Yeah. It's like, you know, like when we're kids, we watching sitcoms. They're grabbing a piece of bacon, running out to the bus. I'm like, it's a whole plate of food right there. Like, how could you leave that?
How could you leave that food right there?
Yeah, we starving watching you on the other side of the screen. Like, oh, I gotta go to the bus. I'm not hungry. You know,
it's like perspective is like you're watching these people on TV and they seemingly have everything.
Yeah.
And appreciative of nothing. And then you're sitting there wishing you had everything.
Man.
And appreciative of everything you get because you know what it could be like tomorrow.
Yeah.
You had mentioned you felt like walking down Killingsworth was different during that time.
Oh yeah.
What made it different? Like, was it you felt like different, like as in different buildings, like different safety, like what was happening?
For one, there was much more people out. There were just people. You'd walk to the store, there'd be 20 people outside. Yeah, there's black people everywhere. Absolutely. And black people just move different. You know, white people, nothing wrong with it. You know, they get in the car and they go to the store, they get what they want and they go home. Black people, we walk to the store, we giving high fives, we talking about what happened last night, what you about to do, and next thing you know, somebody else pull up, and now we getting a little bit deeper. It's just a vibe, we just move different, and it's just like the community is totally different. It's super dry. Yeah, nobody's sitting on the porch no more. People just go to the porch and just watch people drive past.
It's so funny. We got a homie that he and his lady just bought a spot off of like North Williams area. I don't want to give his whole street away.
Yes, please don't.
And he's from the East Coast, so he sits on the stoop, and he's like,
right.
Keep walking around. Like taking double looks, but he's got people walking up on him asking if he lives there.
What are you doing here? Yeah.
He's like, I own this spot.
Right.
Like, why are you asking me this? But it's that, we grew up like that. I like my neighborhood I grew up in, all my neighbors was always outside.
Yeah.
And like to your point, it used to drive me nuts when my dad would do it. But you go on a casual grocery store run, he sees somebody he knows, we there for 45 minutes.
You be like, dang,
we ain't even got the groceries yet.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't even think that you will miss stuff like that. Yeah, it's a real sense of our community that's just gone. That's why I like going to work. That's why I built that happy place for us. Ooh. You know, you come to Load, people just come to Load and just sit. Like, there's a guy that comes that has like dominoes out there. He just wants to play with somebody. They just come sit there. That's why I want to always stay in that MLK area. So like you can live out in Gresham, you can live in Beaverton, whatever. You want to go to Loaded just so you can get the feeling of being back in the old neighborhood and seeing people you used to see.
Yeah. When did you feel like you started to notice the shift happening? Like what it went down, right? Because there was like a big, sweep that came through Portland when they were like buying property or pushing folks out.
That was a big sweep.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can remember exactly when, but I want to say in the last 10 years. It just seems like it's just getting worse and worse. But I don't know if I should use the word worse and worse. I just like it's just, I don't know. It's just different.
You don't see us.
No.
Where you used to see a lot of us.
And another, yes, 100% is what I grew up seeing. And I don't like that they're painting us all over the walls.
And we're not there.
That's weird.
It's weird. It's very
Like,
strange.
if you're going to take the neighborhood, take the neighborhood. Or if you're going to buy the neighborhood, buy the neighborhood. But why are you painting us on the wall that's creepy? Why? That's how you know that the neighborhood don't have any black people anymore. Once you see them on the wall, we're out of there, buddy. We're gone.
We're gone.
They think they're giving us a mural or something, like a shrine. It's weird.
It's weird.
Where's the camera? It's creepy. It's creepy.
It's strange.
It's strange.
Now, I don't want to spend too much time on the gang stuff, but I do want to talk a little bit about it because it has been a part of your experience. But
Yeah.
for 15 years, you were a blood in Woodlawn Park, right? How did you gravitate in towards that? I guess some of it had to do with what was happening at home.
Yeah, it definitely starts at home. So like you go outside. There are other kids your age. Their parents could be on drugs. Their parents could just be at work. Their parents could be dead. You know, I don't know. And we was all just trying to get some money. I feel like from the beginning. Now that I've grown up so much, you know, I know Bloods and I know Crips. Some people don't like me because I know Crips. Some people don't like me because I know Bloods. At the end of the day, y'all all gonna respect me because here's what I do know. Bloods and Crips, honestly, actually are the same thing. They're the same people. They just wear different colors. We come from the same neighborhoods. We have the same struggles. We have the same, when we were growing up, we have the same enemy. We're all scared of the police. So really it's just that you're from one street and you're from the other. And then maybe things can happen in situations, maybe for example at a club or somebody gets shot or somebody gets into a fight and then it becomes a gang thing. But honestly, at the end of the day, from the roots of it, I feel like Bloods and Crips are the same people, just different colors. I feel like we got to where we were because of the crack epidemic. Our parents got subjected to drug and which left us out, which left us looking for family, which left us looking for money, which left us looking for a way to survive. And that's where the drugs and the gangs start to grow.
Yeah. How did you get involved?
I think just being out there.
Yeah. And
No supervision, no support.
Yeah.
And then you get to like in a group of people, they might be a blood. You like, well, I'm a blood. I'm gonna be a blood too. My dad was a blood before his drug habits came. Both of my parents are from California. Okay. They both moved up here early teenagers, and so my dad was a blood. So there was gangs at my house. Not at my house because my mom and dad didn't live together, but there was gangs at my dad's house or my aunt's house and my cousin's house. And you know, so you got older family that's gangs. Around. Yeah, you just grow up and being what your family are.
Yeah. Now, in addition to that, though, you also would spend a lot of time still in the kitchen too. Like, right? Like, I think you had said, like, you was like, I was there, but I also spent time, like, I was cooking.
Yeah. Right? I still like to eat. I still like to eat.
So as this is happening, what were you eating and what were you cooking? And who were you cooking for?
So this is later on. This is after probably, like, I had, like, a kid or two. I wasn't cooking nothing in the beginning. I was banged out.
You was banged out.
Hell yeah, I wasn't never playing. And but as I got older, becoming a mom and things, I started like just reading cookbooks. I liked the pictures. The pictures are what got my attention. But I don't know what made me read the words. And once I read the words, like I learned things that I'll never forget, techniques and things like that. Yeah. Then, you know, it's just be high cooking.
I be high cooking. So it didn't keep you out of trouble though, right? Like these things kind of, especially because it was a little later. So when you were like fully into it, you ended up going to prison.
Yeah, for a short while.
Yeah. What went down? What you could share?
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know, I didn't get caught selling drugs for a long time. I think I probably got away with that for like 10 years, at least a whole decade. Never got caught with nothing. And then I got caught once. I got like set up. It was a whole setup. Yeah. You know, but I was living in Vancouver. I was coming to the hood to hit licks, you know, and then I was going back home. But really, I had a boyfriend that was a really a standout, probably like gang member. Some people in the city would say that he was a leader of a certain hood. Yeah, so he went to jail first. And then I was already selling drugs on my own. He sold his own drugs. I sold my own drugs. But when he went to jail, I got all his licks, and I had double customers. So we knew it was a matter of time. But yeah, so they got him first, and I had nothing to do with it. And then I probably went to jail like a year later or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you went for 6 years ish?
No. I got a year and a day.
You got a year and a day. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
No,
I don't want to put time on you.
Yeah.
So you go a year and a day.
It's the first offense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have to go.
Huh.
No, the police told me that if I tell them where I get my drugs from, I can go home right now. I didn't even have to go to jail.
Yeah.
So
but
that's
you was like, I'm not
no way.
going that way.
Yeah, and I had a 5-year-old son at that time.
Wow.
I just remember looking at him. I was like, "Bye, Chewy." That was his name. Like his name's Kiauna, but I just remember like saying bye to Chewy. I was like, "I'm going to jail. There's no way. I'm about to go to jail right now. They can't keep me forever."
Yeah. And you went.
Yeah.
What changed within you while you were in prison?
A lot changed. Just the feelings that I didn't belong there. That I'm not like the people that are there. They just didn't match me. They didn't match me. But I don't know why they gravitated to me so much. People gravitated to me there, and they sent me to jail in Seattle, and I wasn't that. And I'm not from Seattle. I always lived in Portland, but I happened to live across that interstate bridge, and that was the jurisdiction where I was in Washington, so I had to go to a strange jail. And I wasn't even nice to people or anything. I wasn't. I was just like, get the fuck away from me. Like, I don't want to be friends and stuff, things like that. But people just like really gravitated toward me. And I never thought that would happen because they say like Portland is weak and this and that. But it really is not. It's who you are. And it's the energy that you bring, and I just remember them girls in there like really wanting to like be around me. So that's when I think I really felt my first sense of really being a leader. 'Cause when I was on the streets, I was always the little homegirl. Everybody was older than me. I'm always just sucking up game from everybody else. But that was when I started to get grown. And I seen what my energy can do in a strange place.
Strange way. Hey,
yeah.
Sometimes it find you in places you wouldn't expect.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah. So you go through a year and you're coming out. You're older now. All these things change. Streets change. Were you trying to get out of the situation then, or wasn't that clear?
I feel like if you a blood or a Crip, you're going to always have that in you a little bit. You might just be walking in. Like, sometimes I'll walk into work today. I'll walk into work right now and say, "What's up, Bloods?" My team just cracks up there. And I'll be like dead ass, like talking
You're like serious.
Yeah, I'm like, "What's up, Bloods? How y'all doing this morning?" Da-da-da. You going to always be you. But you gotta grow. You gotta grow. You're gonna change things, and if you are organically growing your life and changing your life and doing things, this ain't no movie. People ain't finna walk up to you and be like, "Oh, you can't get out the gang. You jumped in for life," type thing. No, they're not gonna do that. Like, you're not the only one growing. Everybody around you is growing. So we all see what we gotta do. We all know there's changes to be made. We don't want to end up in jail or, for the rest of our life. We don't want to be 50 years old in the pen, Yeah.
That ain't a way to live.
No way.
No way to live. You went to college at 31?
Yeah, I entered that college at 31.
So what did you go for? What was your experience
Small
like?
business management.
Huh.
But here's the thing, like, I really didn't, I don't know if okay, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna open a food cart. But I don't know if I really believed it at the time.
Oh.
I feel like, but see, because when you in a gang life, you don't really know about like financial aid. You might not even have touched high school, but a couple months.
Yeah.
So I remember somebody saying like you could get financial aid, you could get a check for like $3,000 or something. I was like, what you gotta do?
You was like, show me that money.
You want to slow down selling drugs. You can't live off a welfare check. So here, so then I signed up for financial aid. I was like, okay, I'm going to school. The college is 3 blocks down from my house.
Oh yeah, you can get there.
I can get there. I got me a fat ass swing, Dre beats on. I'm having a good time. I'm rolling through Peninsula Park through the thing. I got to get away from my kids. I had one old enough to watch the other ones at that time. It was a joy for me.
You was like, I'm going.
I'm actually coming back tomorrow. I went every day. Like I had perfect attendance. I'm like, all right, this is really. Now I'm 3 years in. I'm like, oh wow, so I'm fucking finna graduate. It's crazy. Yeah. But then I got pregnant. I needed 9 more credits. I got pregnant again. I was like, okay, well, I feel like we're just about to sell food right now.
Huh.
I need the money right now.
You need the money.
Yeah, the dad said that he wasn't gonna help with the baby whatsoever. He told me from the beginning, and then I was like, well, I'm 35 years old. Like, I don't think I'll ever like have another kid again. So I was like, I just told him straight up. I said, I'll take care of her by myself. Wow. No, it's really hurtful. You gotta. There's so many things that you have to take pain from, like. From your parents, from your life, just the game, everything. So you like, what else you gonna throw at me,
Yeah, I mean, I gotta imagine, like,
yeah.
At that, things are stacking on you.
It's stacking.
Yeah, where are you mentally with all of that
You
stuff?
just gotta stay strong, they just expect black women just to stay strong. Like, so I just got stronger. I just got super, super stronger. I think that if he would have never said that to me, there would be no keys to the kitchen today.
Wow.
I think that if he would have taken care of the baby and accepted, and maybe in a world wanted to be like a family or a father, there would be no such thing as keys to the kitchen today. So I thank him for that. I really, really do.
You really put it on your back.
Yeah, because that was rock bottom. That's rock bottom.
That was rock bottom.
Yeah,
That's when you were like, I was so close to.
Yeah.
Probably what you figured you saw as like a different lifestyle, right? You were like, I was so close to this, and now you weren't willing to give up on it though.
No.
So you're like, I'm gonna figure it out.
Gotta go harder.
Way. You gotta go harder.
Yeah.
One thing you said was you mentioned not wanting to live a bare minimum life.
Yeah.
What did you describe as a bare minimum life?
Where are you getting these facts? They're selling
hey,
shit.
Shout out to the team. We do the research.
They're selling shit, I would say. Yeah, but I never want to be bare minimum. Bare minimum life is everything I saw growing up, every adult that I knew. I guess I could say my grandfather was the only person that I didn't know that was bare minimum. He had like great things happening, but every person in my entire life growing up, it just wasn't it.
Yeah.
They didn't have it.
Yeah.
They had drug problems. It was just so many bad things. There was nothing. I never had like a positive adult to relate to or even give me any type of happy things.
That's so tough growing up and not having that guidance.
That's why you join a gang.
That's why, because then you're like, at least somebody giving me something.
Yeah.
It may not be legit or how y'all view it, but at least I'm getting something because I don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't have it at home. I don't have it in my family. Like, I need something.
And one thing that they show you is how to get money, is how to hustle. And you take that as like, one of a lesson that maybe a parent might give you and maybe teaching you how to ride a bike. Huh. That's something near and dear to your heart. Like, wow, my dad taught me how to ride this bike. Wow, my big homie taught me that I could turn this into that.
It's the same mentality.
Yeah.
It's the same mentality.
So that's how we take it.
Yeah.
Young kids or young people in a gang.
Yeah. You're like, I'm just trying to do something better than what
money.
y'all gave me.
Yeah.
So this happens, you get pregnant, plans change. And you started cooking out of your apartment?
Yes.
Okay, so you
Section 8.
started cooking out of the apartment, and people started pulling up. Were you selling out of like? What were you doing?
I was selling plates. I was actually, and I didn't have like an overhead. Like I think the place was like $10. I didn't know what to charge. All I know is that I was addicted to selling shit already. So
You saw the
I'm
cash
a mover.
exchange. Yeah.
I'm a mover. I get up in the morning and make moves. I always have, you know. So I was like, okay, I'm finna sell this. This is what I'm finna sell. So I think I started selling it like $10 or something. But I had no overhead. I probably was buying this shit with food stamps, you know, and people were just buying it, and they'd be outside, and they wouldn't drive off. You look out the window, it's like people outside. So like,
I mean, that was your marketing right there.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, so this is a thing. This is a thing. This is gonna be the thing for me.
For you. And what were you making at the time?
I was just making things I made at home because I used to, back in the Facebook days, people used to post their dinner plate. So I didn't just make one thing. I just made whatever I made usually. Yeah. But I started making a little more of it.
Making bigger portions.
Yeah, I was cool with selling 10 plates. That's $100. I was like, okay, I just made $100 off these plates. Or 20 plates, $200.
Yeah.
You know,
you was doing the math. You was like, I make a little more of this.
Yeah, and they was nowhere near extravagant as they are today.
I mean, I was gonna ask you. I was like, was you making the mac and cheese? Like you making it now?
No, I'm so much better at everything now. Yeah. This is what I do all day long. And I make it in much bigger batches. The plates look nothing like they do today back then.
Tell me take me to the story of like how Loaded came to be, right? And I think maybe you came up with the name while you was under the influence.
Absolutely, because I always like drank Hennessy, smoked hella weed, and at that time you couldn't tell me nothing. The weed is gonna take me to the menu. People would be like, you know, what are you gonna have? I don't know. I have to wait till the weed talks to me. You know, the weed gonna tell me. The weed gonna let you know, as they say.
Yeah.
So I just smoked a lot of weed, and then I was like, ooh, this sounds good. I'm finna make this. I'm finna do this. So then I just did it, and then nobody believed in me. Like there were people who believed in me, but there was more people who didn't.
They were like, "You're not gonna do this."
And they was like, "Nah, you're not about to do this.
You're not gonna do nothing.
You about to mess something up. You yeah." They be in line now, though. Asking for my autograph and shit. I still give it to them.
You said. You write it on the bottom?
Yeah. That's all good.
So when did you make the switch from the apartment to the food cart, right? Because your food cart is now off of North MLK, and you know it's the destination. Yeah. And so you know you was going, you know, $100, $200. When did you make that switch from there to there? And then that was money, right? Because you had to put money.
I found out you could rent a food cart. I didn't know that you. I thought at first you just have to buy one, like $30,000. Like, there's no way I'm gonna get $30,000. But once I found out you could rent one, there was no stopping me. I was like, I could rent one? Wow. So the first food cart we rented was $600 a month. Very small thing. There's nothing I could do in there right now. I think it has an oven like this wide. I had a little fryer on the counter, like a Nike box size, like. I thought it was the best thing in the world, though. Yeah. I thought I was big time. I was like, oh my God, like this is amazing. Had a couple little tables out there. I remember thinking, like, I wonder what somebody actually sit in those chairs one day. I thought it was the best thing ever.
Wow.
And there was still a long line out that little food cart.
And how were people finding out? How were you marketing yourself at the time? That was like Facebook? A little bit of Instagram?
A little bit of Instagram, tiny. I think I used to get excited. Back then, I was getting excited when I hit that 11 like thing. When the names went away and they got the 11.
Yeah, you got
Oh, you couldn't tell me shit when I had no names.
You know how funny that is? It's so funny because I know the reference you talk about. It's like when it goes from like listing the names to switching to
now
numbers.
You got 11. Oh, you up there.
I got some engagement.
Yeah. So yeah, that's and mostly Facebook. Yeah. Now I don't even like Facebook. Yeah. I don't even go over there.
What were some of the earlier dishes that people were really responding to?
The spaghetti. The spaghetti was the one. The loaded spaghetti is really the one that started it all.
So what's special about that spaghetti?
That spaghetti is just so good. I want to just say Just the ingredient. For one, it's all beef. There's no pork in it, so it's for everybody. The sausages in there are beef. I mean, the blanket of Tillamook cheddar melted on there is amazing. It's just like I don't know because it's just really fresh ingredients in there. Garlic, onion, bell pepper, the beef sausage.
Getting so hungry right now.
Oh man, it's so good. So I always do the sauce at nighttime and have it all sit all night. So I have it sit, and you can't. Some people just whip up a pot of spaghetti. I don't do that. My sauce sit about 10 hours, collecting.
Marinating.
Marrying all those flavors together.
Yeah. 10 hours sitting.
Yeah.
See, that's what I love about your approach to food is, like, you're not in a rush. You're not trying to whip out anything and bring it to people. Because I think also the interesting thing that you do is you're also the one that's at the window.
Not no more.
Not no more. You done switched it up.
I'm not at the window no more. If you come, I'll come to the window.
No.
I hide in the back now. I'm in front of the stove. I literally make every plate that comes out of Keys Loaded Kitchen. I got somebody over here frying, but everything that's happening on the plate, it passes through me, which is it's a big thing. We got somebody in the front now answering the phones and bagging, but I'm making those plates.
Why is that so important to you that you're overseeing that?
I wish I could get past that. I can't let go. I just need them to. I want it to be a certain way. I want it to look a certain way. I want people to look at that and like, wow, I've never seen no shit like this in my life. But I don't know if they can make it how I make it.
Yeah, it's like you're like, I can't take my hand off of that.
But they do help me on every aspect on the out. They're prepping, they're peeling potatoes, and I even got them on my grill right now. They know how to make ribs all by themselves.
Look at you.
One day I'm gonna teach them how to do the brisket and things like that. So I'm proud. I'm kind of letting go a tiny bit.
Slowly, but right, but you couldn't do it too fast, right? Because you got a brand name. You have something that people expect.
Yes.
And there's a happiness when we see your place come out. And I remember when I saw you when you did the pop up over at the Hoxton. And my homie was in town, and I brought him by because I was like, oh, yo, Key's doing this thing. We got to go support.
Awesome.
And the plate of catfish came out. And it brought me back.
Did you order a fish dinner, or do you remember?
We ordered the fish dinner.
Yeah, so nobody's fish dinner has 4 1-pound fillets.
No, and that's what I was trying to tell him.
Happens.
But what was so interesting about it was I was like, this reminds me of Louisiana because this is the portions that I would get in Louisiana. And anyone that knows me knows that my favorite dish, I don't care what Michelin restaurant I went to, I don't care what dive bar I went to, fried catfish.
Really?
It's fried catfish.
Okay.
And it's not like, and I'm not like a one fillet type of fried catfish type of person. Like I need there's a spot in my hometown, Baton Rouge, called Tony Seafood. Okay. And you can get a box of fried catfish, like a pound or 2 pounds of just fried catfish. And like everybody would get like a plate. And I'm the weirdo that's just got the catfish.
It's all good. You need some for later. You can eat fried catfish cold. You can just take a bite if you want.
I don't know, something about it, that crunch and the flavor. So when he brought that out, we were both just like, yo, this is wild. It was just crazy, but like your portions and the flavor is it's something special. You really put your heart into it.
I do. I do. And I've always, I think there's no place like Loaded in this state or even in other states. So that's just the thing. I didn't know it was going to be that big, but I like to eat and then come back and eat later. I don't want to go out to eat twice in one day. I mean, I will if I have to.
But if I could get some left over, that is what it is.
Yeah.
Tell me about the way you work, right? So Lotus open Thursday through Sunday. And then the other days of the week, you're packing plates, right?
So packing plates, no. So Loaded is open Thursday through Sunday.
Okay.
Monday I sleep. I'm here with you today. You are so special.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Monday I sleep. Tuesday I buy the inventory. A Wednesday we prep. Open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I also love that you got a flow. You're like Monday, don't mess with me.
No, we don't move. I don't
Thank
move
you.
on Monday.
We appreciate
Absolutely.
you being here. Obviously, your time. You're able to do all of this with how many people on your squad?
We be having like 3,
Wow.
3, 4. Then it could get, something could happen to one of them. Then we have 2 plus me. So I guess I just work with straight superstars that understand the vision, that understand the dream, that understand that we need to be this, they can be that, but we are this. This is Keys Loaded Kitchen.
Yep.
So
It's on it. But yeah, you got to hold yourself. You hold yourself to a different standard, right? Because you've come so far. And so to you, it's like, yo, we got to uphold what we've been building. Like, this didn't happen overnight. I've been through some stuff.
yeah, and they know, they are from the communities that I'm from too. They know ain't nobody else really done nothing either. They want to be a part of what we've built as a community too.
Yeah, I love that, Key. I really do.
Thanks.
Do you ever think about beyond the cart? Like, is there an aspiration to go beyond the cart? And, you know, not in a way where I'm saying there's anything wrong with the cart, because I think what you've done is actually quite beautiful, and it's dope that, like, we could be there and feel comfortable, totally being ourselves. But I'm curious for you, is like, have you ever wanted to go the restaurant route or whatnot?
That's one thing I like about doing that pop-up. It showed me what it would be like. I think the cart is iconic. I love the color. I love the way it looks. I love the little deck and things like that. But I do feel like there's going to come a time where I have to not be at the cart. So there's going to have to be a restaurant built from the ground up that matches my swag. And maybe it will be... And maybe it will look like the cart, but it will have a dining room. You know, we might have to just bring that to life.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
make
we
it.
manifesting right now.
Yeah, it just happened.
It just happened.
With you right now. I didn't know what the restaurant would look like until this moment. So I think we will have to do something, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see it. And your energy just being there and bringing people together. So, you know, if that's a direction you go, you know, we're gonna be in there.
Absolutely,
we're gonna be in there.
Yes.
Now, as your popularity is it's been pretty crazy to watch. Like, I've only been in Portland for 6 years. I've been aware of you for 6 years.
Wow.
And I've seen just like, you know, the energy. How do you respond to some of this stuff, right? Because like you're popping up in different media. You're on a Netflix special. You're getting ready to do a TED talk. Like, what's up?
I just how do I respond to it? I think I just stay regular. I just I think it's cool. I'm happy about it. I was just talking to like this with the ladies that was curling my hair. They just come and say all this stuff to me, and I'll just be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this." I guess I've touched people in ways that I don't know, it's super relatable and things like that. I don't know. I just stay myself.
You're not trying to be anything else.
No, not at all. I don't want to be nothing else. Even though people like to point out imperfections of me, I think they're all great. I think a person with no imperfections, you gotta watch. What's happening with this person?
What's going on with them?
I don't trust it.
Yeah. Well, one thing I want to tell you that I was like, I knew I wanted to tell you when you sat down was I appreciate how authentic you are, you know, being yourself, because we're in a world where there's all of these expectations, these pressures that's trying to your point, everybody trying to act like these perfect things that we aren't. We don't act these ways on a daily basis with our friends, with our family. And I love that you've chosen, regardless of how anybody feels about it, like you're you in every environment. Every time I've met you, you've been the same energy.
I don't think I chose to do that. I just think I can't help it. I just think I'm just this person. And I probably won't change for anybody. I don't even think about change. It's not even an option. I don't care like what room I'm in. I want to be Kiauna. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, and we okay with it too.
Thank you.
You
That means a lot to me. I love when people can accept me for me.
Yeah,
I know I'm a little different.
I wish the world would be more accepting of all of us being ourselves.
It'd be much more fun.
I think it would. We wouldn't be so uptight.
Right.
One thing I wanted to ask you about was, as all this stuff is happening, you got a lot you're balancing, things are stacking. You're a mother of 4.
Yeah.
How has it been balancing the demands of your business, your aspiration, right? You like to win, so you're seeing that, and then also you got family and stuff. So how is that?
Well, it's hard because it's like sometimes you might have to make a choice. Like you said, I like to win, but I may lose some things. Like, right? Maybe maybe my kids might not. My kids might not want me to be at work all the time to do this and to do that. They lose things. They suffer. I have one of my daughters. She missed like the whole 6th grade.
Wow.
Literally, like, because I was so focused on building Loaded. She had to watch my 5-year-old. I was like, 6th grade. I didn't tell her this, but now that I think about it, I didn't even think about this until I started talking with my TED Talk people. Like she's missing like the whole 6th grade watching her, because I knew that I just didn't want to like stay on welfare. I wanted to have a different life, and I knew that there was no one that was going to help me get it. I don't have like parents or my grandparents are passed away. I can't get nothing from my parents ever, not even for me. So especially not for them. Like, so I just knew I had to change our lives. So there's losses to these wins, but the win is the bigger picture. So I need people to understand, like, I could hang out with you now, and we'd just be on welfare. That's not what I'm not gonna do. It's not gonna happen. So we're gonna have to go through these losses, and hopefully you stay down with me until we get to a point where we can be comfortable. And if you can't stay down with me, then you gotta go. Because I gotta take care of me before I can take care of anybody. And I'm not finna chase you. You wanna run away, you're gonna have to run away. I'll chase you a couple times, but I'm not finna keep chasing you.
I'll show you I care, but
I'm trying to be somebody. I'm trying to leave something for my children. I'm trying to be a part of my community more than ever. I wanna be known all through my community, like somebody who cares.
Yeah, because it's oftentimes, a lot of people don't care enough about their community. And that's why we have issues in our communities, because the folks making money in the community don't care what's happening there.
They don't care about nothing.
Sometimes they don't even live in the community. They make the money and then they go wherever they're going to go.
I mean, I respect that they're going to leave.
I understand
all
the
leaving
part, but having a way to contribute.
Yeah.
Is more so what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, that's all. That's all I'm thinking about. You got a mantra, winners only.
Yeah.
What inspired this mantra?
I've been on that for a minute. I don't know really where it came from. Strictly for winners. Winners only. Loaded. Strictly for winners. Probably because in the beginning, some people didn't believe in me. And I think maybe it started there. And then there was people that was coming. And I'd be like, okay, Loaded should be for winners. We're winners. You're not. You didn't come. And then we just build on that, on everything. Yeah.
When when I think about it, I'm like, you got the Khaled top on in the 5s.
Yeah.
And I think about like some of his slogans. It's inspirational. Of course you say winners only. I'm like I want to be associated with the winners.
Yeah, I want to go with the winners. I want to eat with the winners. I want to do what the winners do.
Yeah, so I can resonate with that, and I love that you brought that energy into your business and your brand. And it's bright, it's big. I think that's the dopest thing. Is like I don't know if there's another restaurant in this city that I even think about that has that type of energy.
Nah, they ain't got it. I was born with it. They ain't got it. This is just something you can't buy.
Tell me about this upcoming TED Talk. How do you feel about that? Getting up there, sharing your story on the big stage.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy that they would invite me to that. That's crazy as hell.
Why is that?
I don't know. Like, who would think? Who would think that I would be doing a TED Talk? I never even knew. Thank God I went to college at 31, because I didn't ever know what a TED Talk was. They was playing them in my class. They a big deal. I can't. It's about to be real. It's very close.
How do you, with something like that, how do you go into an environment like that and make sure that you are Kiauna all the way?
Did you see the panel? You see they faces like, and then there's me. Like, that's crazy. Oh my God. There's wait, what was the question? I saw was the people's faces.
Yeah, no, I was like, how do you, when you think of some of those places, like, at least I'll share my perspective, is sometimes you go into these places and it can feel strange sometimes because so many other people come from a different experience and you're coming as you, and like, I've gotten to a place where I'm like, I'm not willing to sacrifice who I am, right? Like, I wear a uniform and it serves as my reminder. Like, I don't care what room I'm in, who I'm around, who's at that table. This is gonna be me at that table as I am. And so, going through the TED, I was like, obviously it's kind of this established thing. But if I'm being me, if I'm being honest, even if I'm projected onto you, I was like, I want to see Key 100% as Key up there.
I feel like I'm okay with it. I feel like they thirsty for me.
Yeah.
Why did I say that? They thirsty for me. That was dope. I'm sorry. Yeah, they need me.
Yeah. We do. We need that energy.
Thank you. I feel like it's okay. I feel like this is what they asked for. This is what they want. They knew what they was gonna get when they sent me that email. They know what's up.
Yeah.
So I'm just I'm proud to be a part of it. I'm proud to be amongst Class 11. I'm excited just to do me. Yeah. I'm okay with it. I'm comfortable. They're very nice to me. Yeah, we need different things. We got different personalities. We need life to be great and interesting. So I'm looking forward to add my 2 cents.
I'm telling you, I can't wait. Like, you're gonna have your own show. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait. You're gonna be like, Beamer, come pull up to my show.
I am too.
I'll be like, I'll pull up.
I'm like, yeah. May this month has been crazy. So
yeah.
I'm like, I just told one of your people, I can't wait for May to be over so we can get it out the way. But then more stuff is gonna come.
Right? Once it shifts out, then more stuff shifts in. But it ebbs and flows, you balance it.
Yes.
Tell me about, what do you want people to say about Kiauna Nelson when you hang up the apron one day?
I want them to say, she inspired me. She never gave up. I want them to admire my work ethic, my ability to keep going no matter what was thrown at me. No matter what is thrown at me, you got to keep going. You get up, you get in the shower, you brush your teeth, you still walk out that door, no matter what. I want them to think that I'm a great part of the community. I just want them to relate to me. I want them to know that they can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. I love that. Like, if you leaving something bigger than yourself, you're not thinking about just you. You're like, there's other people that's going through some stuff that I've gone through, and I'm like, I want them to know, like, it ain't gotta be that.
Nope, you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta be determined. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta keep going.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you what advice would you have for aspiring entrepreneurs, but you kind of said that.
Sorry.
No, that's good. But I'm curious, thinking about that question, if you would elaborate a little bit, like, what advice would you have for someone, that may be caught up in some sticky situations, but they want a better life? What would you advise them?
I would advise them to look deep inside of themselves, and I would encourage them to know that they can get through anything, and that they are born with a special superpower that nobody has. And no matter who says what, I like to tell, like, who are they to judge you? and you might see somebody with something that you want. I used to ask myself as a kid, why, what makes them better than me? Why do they have that and I don't have that? What makes them better than me? And no one's better than you. You just gotta get up and go to work. You gotta put work in. You can't just sit back dreaming. You can't just watch people on Instagram. You gotta get up, put some work in, believe in yourself, and know that you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve anything. Anything you want, you deserve it, and then you can go get it.
You got me over here trying to go put some work in right now. I'm like, damn it, I need to go get it together.
You got this. Yo, you're great. You're amazing.
Oh, man. Keith, thank you so much. Like,
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate that closing message, because a lot of us need to know that, yeah, you could dream up everything in the world, but you also got to go put in the work to make it happen. And it doesn't just materialize out of anywhere.
It doesn't.
I appreciate you sitting here with us. I know we're going to be sitting together again,
I look
maybe
forward
5
to
years from now, because I know